Today we're going to be live reacting to the new One Piece chapter, One Piece chapter 1033. Title is Shimotsuki Kozaburo. Excited from the last chapter. We did do a live reaction to the last one, so please follow the YouTube channel, follow the Twitch if you would like any more. But let's just jump right into it. Looks like the cover story has Tashigi and Smoker on it. Let's read the caption here. Cover request by Soda Susu. Tashigi plays the villain for baby penguins that make believe as heroes. That's so cute. They've been hitting the last few cover arts here, and these just give me big vibes from the Kung Fu dugongs. So that's awesome, and Smoker has wants nothing to do with it, but that's great. That's awesome. Won't spend too long on the cover story, but adorable as always. So it looks like we're starting on top of Onigashima, Zoro versus King. So we're getting right into it. We're going right back. And it looks like Zoro is yelling at Enma to stop draining his energy without permission. Zoro is putting armament hockey onto his arm to try and regain control. Looks like he's not skinny and, you know, withered in his arm anymore, so that's good. King is saying trouble in paradise, and it looks like he just charges him. Oh man, what an awful time. Obviously, Enma had to go off at the worst possible time to start draining him. Huh? What are you trying to pull? And then Zoro was ready for it. I thought he was going to catch him off guard, but he immediately gut jabs him. I'm sure it didn't pierce him, but direct hit. Did he take it on purpose? Huge explosion. Yeah, looks like maybe he could have dodged that, but just took the explosion. Oh, and that's it. What a cliffhanger. Okay, so it looks like we're going to see more with Sanji and Queen. Without reading anything here, it looks like he just kicked him through multiple walls. Let's see. Skull Dome, Left Brain Tower, Pleasure Hall. And we got some mwahaha evil laughter here. You just called the Pirate Hunter, right? He doesn't stand a chance against King. Okay, so Queen is mouthing to him. He's a surviving Lunarian. They were supposed to be eradicated. Those monsters could thrive in any inhospitable environment the world threw at them. That's insane. So hopefully this is a big King lore chapter. Pretty sweet to go straight from King Zoro to Queen and Sanji, so that's pretty sweet. In the distant past, they were considered gods. How could beings like that get wiped out? That's something you'll have to find out for yourself. As he looks like he's firing up a beam to just melt Sanji, and now we're going back. Okay, so hopefully we just continuously flip back from Zoro and Sanji's fight. This is awesome. This is a great chapter so far. Looks like he's super exhausted. Close one. I'd be a goner if I used armament a second later. How is he still unscathed? He just blew himself up. One sword style. Ooh, here we go. Lion song. Okay, sick. So the Shishi Son Song comes out again. That's awesome. Oh yeah, he still has the fire on his back too, so let's see if they reference that again. So it looks like he didn't take any damage from that. And he's pulling his head back to do his Imperial Laser, as Zoro called it last time. No way, that was one of my strongest techniques. Oh, and Enma's starting to drain his arm again. Stop it, Enma. Tempura, not now. Udon, and then just looks like he barely misses a fatal shot, and Zoro's getting blown off. Looks like he's getting shot right off the island. A swordsman beaten by his own sword. That's a first. Sandai Kitetsu. Really? So now is another sword acting up? Or did he just grab it? You already... Oh, it looks like we have some sort of flashback. Oh, with Hitetsu. Okay. I don't know if we saw this or if this is just something we're seeing now. This is awesome, though. You already wield Sandai Kitetsu. That is one of mine. What, really? It's cursed. I can't sell it to you, you moron. If you end up dead, your blood would be on my hands. I'll take it. Yep, I remember that. That's a big flashback. And we really don't see Zoro go through that many flashbacks, so that's cool. Risking yourself to save a sword. Have you lost it? Oh, because he dived to grab his sword. Okay. It burns. What a relief. It didn't fall off the island. Wado Ichimonji. Okay, so we're getting a flashback to Kid Zoro here, which really hasn't happened in a while. So this is pretty huge. Sensei, please let me have her sword. Okay, it's yours. I'll get stronger. Stronger for the both of us. Strong enough that my name reaches up to the heavens. I'm going to be the world's greatest swordsman. Is that his first declaration? I'm sure not, but that's awesome. It must be fate. That white katana of yours is the Wado Ichimonji. It was forged by the same man that made Enma. Wow, that's a huge connection. We're getting a lot of Zoro lore, but I'll keep moving. The master swordsmith, Shimotsuki Kozaburo. Okay, so that's where the title name comes from. This is an awesome lore dump. I didn't have time to think about it before, but how did a sword from Wano end up in the East Blue? This is not the time to be thinking about it, Zoro. You're just about done here. Imperial Twin Blades. So you've picked up your 3 swords. Enma. Oh, and it's still draining his... That's a huge sword strike. Zorojuro. I was told not to say Sunachi. It's just something I heard from an old geezer in my village. I've never used the word myself. What? That geezer always sat by the shore. I never bothered learning his name. And I only found out he was Kuina's grandfather after he croaked. The master swordsmith Shimotsuki Kozaburo left this country illegally over 50 years ago. 50 years ago. Okay, let's keep reading. My theory brain is just going a million miles a second right now, but let's see. So it looks like Zoro's seemingly dreaming this, like he passed out. 13 years ago, the East Blue, Shimotsuki Village, Zoro's hometown. This is great. If we could have multiple chapters of Zoro background, this is awesome. So they're Sunachi. It's a battle cry that gives you courage, as Zoro told Momonosuke. I don't think I'll use it. It sounds weird. Say, old man, is it true that you were a samurai? Everyone at the dojo says you were. Quiet, boy. Village geezer. That must be Shimotsuki Kozaburo. What a great Oda design. I love these silly old men looking. And look at those eyebrows. That's crazy. You're gonna bring the Marines down on my head. Why would the Navy care? None of your business. Now scram, you snot-nosed brat. And Zoro's sticking his tongue out at him. Screw you, you useless old windbag. It's funny seeing silly, cute little Zoro as opposed to what he is now. And it looks like Zoro's training on some dummies over here, and Kozaburo's watching. You fed up with practicing at the dojo? I lost to Kuina again. I need to train non-stop. What? But I don't have any money. Oh, and it looks like he's giving him some good training blades here. It's fine, take them. They're not worth much anyway. Oh, these are real swords. Okay, awesome. I can only make ones like these now. Use them for your training. Listen, swords exist to cut people down. When smiths create them, they ensure they can take as many lives as possible. And Zoro's looking a little nervous to be taking blades to take people's lives. Each blade is like a person with a unique disposition. A swordsman is the one who takes the sword's wild nature and bends it to their will. Okay, so we must be learning why Enma is draining him of all of his life. It's a joke that deadly swords are believed to be cursed. That's just how named blades are. I consider it praise. Let the weak spread their nonsense. It means those swords fulfill their purpose well. I crafted my magnum opus. So that must be Enma. When I was still young, the temperament of that sword was something. You'd get the chills just holding it. I named the blade after the Lord of the Underworld. The Lord of the Underworld? Enma. It's called Shimotsuki Village. That doesn't seem like a coincidence now. Did you know the village was founded by pirates? My grandma told me. The master swordsmith Shimotsuki Kozaburo left this country illegally over 50 years ago. That geezer was a samurai of Wano. Man, Zoro, this is the time to be reflecting on all this. But yeah, that's something. What's up, Toast? Just reading some One Piece here. He was the swordsmith, Shimotsuki Kozaburo. Named blades stay vigilant. They wait patiently to find a swordsman worthy of them. It is a sword who chooses its wielder. So that's what this is. The blades testing me, as Zoro's inner monologuing, as his arm has now grown back to normal again. The sword isn't acting out of malice. That just means I've not been measuring up to the sword standards. You're telling me Odin was easily able to wield you, even while this much hockey was pouring out of him? Is that it, Enma? Okay, so he's finally taking control over the blade, or he understands how it works, that it's not doing it out of ill intent, but just a sword he needs to master. So that's awesome. Not the best time to be trying to master a sword, but I dig it either way. Look here, it's the pirate hunter, King-san. Let's help him take his head. We're sure to get a promotion if we do. And we're back to Zoro inner monologuing a little bit here. What do? I can only appease it if I keep going all out with my hockey, but that could kill me. No, this is how it's meant to be. And Zoro sees it. I see. So you've also got kingly ambitions. Okay, so now there's some smoke and lightning coming off of each of his blades. It seems like he's got the hang of it. Kingly ambitions. And it looks like he's flashing back to when he met Luffy. The world's greatest swordsman? That's perfect. The future king of pirates wouldn't settle for anything less. And Zoro's back. I guess you're right after all. I made promises to my captain and my oldest friend. Surpassing limits. One Piece chapter 1033 end. And there's no break, which is maybe the best news of all, that there's no break next week. That was a pretty awesome chapter. I know that the last one was pretty action heavy, but anytime we get a Straw Hats backstory, or we get to look more into it, especially with characters like Sanji and Zoro, definitely the 2 stars of the chapter. I love all this info we're getting about Shimotsuki Village, about Kozaburo himself, and Zoro's blades. Him reflecting on all 3 of them was something pretty awesome. We just got a brief couple pages into Sanji vs. Queen. It looks like Sanji sent him. And it looks like they're going to be doing some lore dump stuff too, maybe on King's race on the Lunarians, and then also with their Vinsmoke stuff and all their connections to Germa and scientific stuff too. So that's awesome. Overall, the chapter I'd say was pretty good. I'd say about a 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. The action was good. Just wanted to see a little bit more of the background for Zoro, but obviously with no break next week, we'll be able to see that as well. So let me know what you guys thought of chapter 1033 of One Piece. What do you expect for next chapter? And do you think we're going to start with Sanji? Are we going back to Sanji versus Queen? Are they going to let this one rest a little bit? Or are we going to see what's going on with Momonosuke and Luffy up top in the Kaido conflict? Leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't already started following the Twitch channel, that's where we will be doing all of these live reactions, and they'll be posted to YouTube. So if you're not subscribed there, do that as well. So thank you everyone for joining for this 1033 live reaction, and I'd love to keep the conversation going in the comments. So thank you so much.